going on, guys? Welcome back to the Leave It to the Judges MMA show. Today, we're going to be recapping UFC 294. It was a pretty eventful night, pretty crazy card. We got plenty to talk about. I'm with Xavier and Nick. Now, guys, this card we talked about, it might have been one of the best of the year. Did this card deliver, yes or no?
No, absolutely,
No?
absolutely,
Damn. Why not?
absolutely not. I feel like we all watched the card together, and me and Clark talked about it the rest of the weekend. Like, it just left me wanting more. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, like the Ankalaev shit. That was definitely like a big reason for it. I would say.
That was crazy.
Stupid.
Usman Chimaev went hard. Well, that went hard. I fuck with that. But then the main event was just over so quick. And while I like the result of the fight, I guess in terms of Islam, you know, reasserting his dominance, I guess. At the same time, they didn't fight for long. You know what I mean? I just after seeing the war they had the first time, I just expected more. And not
Yeah,
to say, not to say it's anyone's fault. Volk got head kicked. That happens. Why would Islam not get him out of there if he can? He did what he's supposed to do. It's just I expected more of a back and forth than I got.
Yeah, we'll touch more on it when we get to the actual fight, but I do have a lot to say about Volk, taking that fight in general. I don't know, it just looks a little. It's easy to say now, but let's start with the prelims, guys. I feel like the prelims were pretty good. We had some good performances here.
I wasn't mad on the prelims. I wasn't mad at the prelims.
So what do you guys want to talk about in the prelims?
We can just touch on them quick if you want. For the Magomedov versus Bruno Silva, for Av, he did not wrestle nearly as good as I expected. He was on his back a lot of the fight, and I was not expecting that at all. He was offensive off his back, which was impressive.
I was about to say, yeah, that was pretty impressive, but still.
His hands looked very spotty. His kicks were fantastic.
Oh, yeah, those leg kicks, bro.
The leg kicks, the fucking body kicks, his kicks were fantastic. I was very impressed with his cardio in terms of usually kicking taxes people out. So he was kicking the fuck out of Bruno Silva all over his body. His hands looked a little dicey. In boxing combinations, I felt like he got clipped a lot, but it was nothing too dangerous. It was nothing too significant enough to rock him bad, but he was getting stung a little bit with the hands. Shout out Bruno Silva for the hands. Shout out him for the takedowns and the grappling type shit.
Yeah.
Overall, I was more impressed with Bruno Silva. I thought he was gonna get ran over a lot more than he did, and arguably, it would have been wrong, I think, but you could have given Silva 2 rounds, and it would have just been Magomedov's fault for just being on his back too long. But I mean, decent win, I guess. Showed a lot. Got to improve the wrestling, or people will just wrestle fuck him going forward.
Yeah, I feel like to the casuals' eyes, everyone was expecting Magomedov to come in here and run through this guy. I feel like people. First of all, Bruno Silva's not a bum at all. Not even close to one. But I feel people were just expecting him to come in here oh, this crazy looking dude. They've heard a lot of hype about him. Just flatline this dude. But obviously, yeah, we saw some holes in his game. What did you think about it, Nick?
Hey, how's the new mic sounding today, boys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sound real professional.
Everyone leave a comment below crisp. This sounds crisp.
Yes, sir.
But for the fight itself, I got a chance to watch it back because I was not watching it live. Shara, if that's how you say it, he looked good on the feet. I think the kickboxing is pretty elite in that respect. Definitely needs to work on the hands.
Not the boxing. The kick's not the boxing part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely need to work on the hands a little, but it looked good enough to me for the most part. Bruno Silva fought well. I think the classic problem that I keep telling everyone, you got to be active on the ground, on top. You can't be letting the dude on bottom getting more strikes off than you can
Definitely, yeah.
And I think that was the issue in the fight. I think Bruno just kind of didn't do enough on the ground to win the fight. I kind
Mhm.
of get how you could give it to Bruno. Um, Magomedov's definitely gonna have to work on the take. He doesn't seem like a wrestler to me at all. Like 100% striking type of fighter. Maybe can mix in a takedown too, but he's just gonna have to work on the takedown defense. Besides that, I think he'll be a good addition to the middleweights. Shout out Bruno Silva a little bit. I think he's more of a gatekeeper though. I think he's a good
Yeah.
fighter, but not much of anything
Bruno
else.
Silva just fight.
He did fight Pereira and got whooped. That Brad Tavares win was decent.
That's what I was thinking of, the Tavares fight.
But look, okay, see like the Mearshart fight was when I was kind of off him. Like
I
when
mean,
he
he's lost 4 of his last 5. I didn't even know that.
no, yeah, he's not been like winning fights really. Like I think he's a solid fighter who can beat like a ranked guy. That's who he is. That's just who.
A measuring stick, a gatekeeper.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Sure. All right, let's move up the card. Anything else? These prelims
Let's
catching
talk
your guys'
about
eye?
Jubilee real quick, man.
Oh
Let's
my
just talk.
god, let's not fucking talk about him.
Wait, we
Let's briefly talk about how he choked my
yeah.
parlay. We
Oh
could do
my, he
that.
choked my parlay so bad, dude.
And he was winning the fight, and this goofy guy starts screaming in his face, and he gets knocked out. Like, what the hell?
I saw no grit, no fucking pride off this man.
Yeah, the second he no, first of all, the first couple rounds he was winning the first 2 rounds, but he was getting cracked. He was getting cracked, and I think it added up, and like once he started seeing more adversity in the third, he kind of just folded.
I
I
think
don't know if it was a cardio. I don't know if it was a cardio thing or what.
It had to have been.
I will say, like, for it to be a cardio thing, his body language was not terrible. Like
True.
he was kind of I thought like watching it live, I was like, he's playing it off decently. I know he's gassed as fuck, but he's playing it off decently. And Mike Breeden was like screaming at him and showboating type shit. So I was thinking like he should be able to do enough with these breaks in the punches to like recover enough every time he got stung, and like make it to the end of the round. Then he shot like a terrible takedown, and I was like, oh, he's done. Like he's done. Like he's super cooked. But I mean, he always like maintained like keeping his hands up. But I watched him like stare Mike Breeden in the face and get punched in the face 5 times without moving his head once. He was like, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam. And I'm like, dude, like, tired or not, like, there's no excuse to be just eating that many unanswered shots. Get out the way. I don't care if you do like one of those little run arounds. You already know you banked the first 2 rounds. Like, do a Connor Diaz too. You know what I mean? Just run away a little bit, turn around. Hey, sometimes you got to stay in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
You're
really
about to get
sad.
knocked out. It's your responsibility to fucking try to prevent that. And I saw him doing nothing to prevent that. Like,
Yeah,
no,
this
I think so.
no grit in the third. Like,
this was a fight IQ situation. It definitely was cardio a little bit. I think he was tired. I just from what
Yeah.
especially from the first round, like you could definitely see fatigue on him. I will say this: the fight IQ was just bad. I mean, your corner should have been able to tell you you banged 2 rounds in easy, and just stick and move. But instead, the man decided to just stay straight on with this man, just not even moving. It was just poor fighter IQ, in my opinion. He could have been tired. I mean, like a little bit to move, but he should have been built enough to move around at that point and just get to decision. It really should have been. That's what should have happened. He just kind of, I don't know. It was poor fighter IQ, in my opinion, more than
Yeah, and
it
is what it is, man.
Part of it.
will I ever bet on him again? Absolutely not.
I'll think about it.
Not until he shows me better cardio. Like, fuck that.
Depends who he fights. Depends who he fights. If he fought, okay, what if he fought? Who's that lightweight? Who's really bad? If he fought
Lightweight, bro.
If he fought a tin can, you would pick him. No.
I mean, obviously, no one in the top 15.
If that tin can had a cardio, I'd damn near back the dog at this point.
Oh my!
A tin can with average cardio.
That put me so off this man, bro. He has a fat like uphill climb before I'm fucking with him again.
I mean, it's his first loss ever, so I feel like give him a.
But it was
Yeah, I'll
such
give
a
him a
bad,
shot. I'm just shitty about the parlay, bro. Like, he really ruined it.
it was such a bad loss. Like I'm saying, like if he's tired, if he's gassed out, shooting takedowns, like doing what, like going to his back, trying to just do anything that people who are tired do to
He
try
was
to
just
get
a punching bag.
around.
Yeah.
He just stood there and watched the win just slip away, and watched my money slip away with it. And I'm just not giving him off that.
That's terrible. All right, let's move on. Let's just get a bad taste out of our mouth. These two fights, I don't really think we really need to touch on them. Obviously, the no contest.
Not even
Dumas is kind of shit, and Abu Alazar is more shit. Is what
I think Dumas is just more raw.
he's raw. You can see him like rounding it all together, but
Yeah, he
I
just
feel like
needs
the IQ is not there yet. I don't think.
Yeah, no, not at all. He needs
For you
more.
to take him down easy as hell in round one, and then just not do that when you're kind of getting pieced a little bit later, is kind of like
Yeah, he just needs a little time.
exactly.
But let's talk about this fight. I think this was the featured fight on the prelims.
Yes,
I was pretty impressed by both guys, to be honest. I think Tim Elliott made it like a kind of fun. Like he threatened some guillotines. He looked, he was a gritty veteran in there. But it's crazy to think that Makayev is only 23 years old and he's doing that type of shit in the octagon. I was really impressed.
Makayev is not submitting to no guillotines in his career. I'm calling it because after that knee bar, man, the man has too much grit for a 23-year-old kid. Like
he doesn't even look 23.
No, he looks old as shit.
I mean, we're getting old when I'm calling the 23-year-olds kids, but fuck, like, I'm only 24, but still, like, fuck it, he's a kid to me, fuck it.
That's
but
great.
still, like, for a 23-year-old kid, the grit that this man has, like, special. It will take him far in the sport, because, like, hey, when you get to that championship level, sometimes you get put into bad spots, and it's about how do you react. Like, do you panic? Do you fucking give up? Charles Oliveira. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's it's all about the gray. You know what I mean?
Oh,
6 years ago.
bless you.
Was that not 6 years ago? We're still talking about
No, we don't
when he
gotta gotta go on that. We don't gotta go on that tangent. Like, I just coughed real quick. But
when I saw Paul Felder send him to the Shadow Realm. No, I'm just kidding.
was that like 5, 6 years ago as well?
I'm just
but yeah, Makayev definitely. I feel like a future champ. I heard he was trying to be the backup for the next title fight. Like, I'm not mad at that spot. Like,
I don't hate it.
give him a chance to be great because, like, clearly he has the skills. He might get turned away at the highest level, but he might not type shit. So,
But I think before we get to the highest level, let's not rush him. Like,
bro, Tim Elliott. This is the best opponent he's fought up to the.
Let's look at flyweight really quick. Tim Elliott was 11th.
Yep.
Or he was 10th, and Makayev took his spot.
Ooh, Manel Cape there though. Ooh.
Nah, but Cape's fighting Kaikar France.
I'm just saying, like, future champ status. We're talking about future champ status.
I think Alex Perez could be a fun fight.
Alex, okay, we were actually talking about Alex Perez the other day.
Yeah.
Man cannot stay healthy. Like, I'm actually surprised he hasn't retired already. From the amount of injury. Like, I feel bad for him because he's very young. Like, I'd say he's like 28, 7. And he's just like keeps getting injured. He's probably younger than that, I would say, but keeps getting hurt. But in terms of this fight, Tim Elliott, I figured he would propose some like dangerous threats on the ground. That's what I was kind of most worried about in this fight for Mokaev. Because the striking was very like Tim Elliott's not a good striker. Let's just say what it is. But this is mainly on the ground, and Mokaev outbested him there and got that nice sub, which he does every fight apparently.
Yeah. There's not much to talk about there. Let's move on to the main card, boys. Oh my god, this is nasty. Saeed
Yeah, I went back and watched this on YouTube.
Super
Uh,
quick, super quick. Not much to say. Good guillotine. Like, look. Like, Gurov landed one strike before he shot that.
He
probably
sank that shit in quick.
probably out of one strikes as well. Yeah, no, like Saeed's a beast. Like I've always thought he's a beast. I think the issue with Saeed is the
Yeah,
cardio.
cardio.
And like the fact he doesn't he's a lot like
Gaethje.
no, the other buddy we just talked about. I forget his last name. It's Momahadov,
Oh,
like
Makayev.
whichever Av it is at the
Yeah.
bottom. The first fight we talked about.
Oh yeah, Shara.
He's a lot like him, yeah, like just very striking oriented. But he wrestles a lot more, I would say. And but yeah, it's the gas tank usually for Saeed, and hopefully he could have a good career. I think the gas tank might,
Limit him.
yeah, definitely deteriorate him eventually.
I feel that. I feel
Like, but I fuck with Saeed. I think he's a very good talent for the boy bantamweight division.
It's killers. Bantamweight might be the most stacked division in the sport right now.
Yeah,
like
Corey Sandhagen is about to be champ.
You mean Cheeto Vera? I'm just kidding.
Or Cheeto Vera is so ass.
oh
Not even gonna lie. Bro,
my god.
literally put like 10 punches on this man in the first 10, like 2 rounds, you just win the fight in a 3-round fight. That's how
No.
slow he is, bro. That's how
No.
slow he is to
Hey,
the
what
beat.
about the Pedro Munoz fight?
Bro, he was slow to that beat as well. He picked up he picked up more than usual, but like he was slow to the beat in the first round. Like Pedro damn near won that first round.
It was a good fight. Fair enough.
What
All right, let's move on to Askarov versus Alves. This was a
a
nasty
whooping.
knockout.
This is a whooping.
This was a yeah. This was a whooping.
It was a knee, correct? Is
Yeah.
that from what I remember? Yeah. So, I mean, look, we knew Alice Corral was gonna win this fight. Probably by finish either way. I I I am realizing he is very powerful, but I haven't seen a lot more, if that makes like he has good combos on the feet.
he from Ikram.
Yes, yeah, just in terms of rounds.
Yeah, because he keeps putting people down. That's the problem.
Exactly. Is that I mean, he's had 2 fights against Phil Haas, who I actually think is better than Worley Alves. So
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what much else it says about that, but I think Askarov's a good fighter. He's a very good talent, and Dana White is very committed to getting this man a top 15 opponent next because he's already said
Yeah,
he's looking for those fights. So
I
that's
think
very interesting.
I think that if anything that this fight accomplished is just kind of proving that he's above these like jobber level people. Like, you know what I mean? He's above these like 50-50 like gatekeeper fights. Like you got to move him up. Like you have to give him a step up in comp because his one loss is to Hamza. So the gap between Worldy Alves and Hamza is like this. So
What what about
we
Paulo Costa?
we got to give him somewhere in here. I feel like Polo Costa maybe too big of a measuring stick right now. You don't have to. I mean, click the rankings for middleweight like type shit. Like
What is it? He could fire Manson if he's not
yeah,
retired.
Jack Hermanson, Delete type shit. Like
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Cannonier, I'm pretty sure, did just pull out of the Delete fight.
Give him Paul Craig or some shit. Like
Hey, give him to Elite. Elite will beat him.
That's a
Give,
good fight.
give him to Elite.
It's a
I'm
good
a
fight.
Elite man, ladies and gentlemen. Do
yeah.
it. And he beat Vittori, by the way. Let's not act like he didn't.
He
But
didn't actually. He did
he
not
gave the
actually.
decision to the other. Yeah. I mean, from what I watched, he was whooping his ass most of the fight. From what I watched,
I'm dead.
I saw Vittori land a bunch of leg kicks and win the fight. Crazy,
Like a dog. He's a dog.
imagine a man just landing leg kicks and winning. Like, come on now.
Bro, you don't
Like,
want to mess with the Italian dream, bro. Stop.
bro, leg kicks, Ed. Your man didn't even punch. He threw leg kicks. Like,
Hey, bro, my boy Vittori survived the worst beating of all time from Cannonier.
Best chin I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
Yes, bro.
I mean, I actually can't believe he survived that fight. Like, that was actually so crazy. Just Cannonier at 38 years old, by the way, was putting a whooping on him.
Anyone who took that fight to go the distance for like over 4.5 rounds had to be sweating bullets the whole time.
Of course. I actually think I did have that.
Crazy.
I didn't take Cannonier. It was either Cannonier or that. I didn't take Vittori. Fuck that.
That's a Vittori.
I had Vittoria, and that shit was kind of sad to see.
All right, though, guys. Let's talk about it, man. We don't gotta dwell on it, but like obviously,
Wait, can I go first on this though?
go ahead, Clark.
Hey, all I gotta say is I predicted it right. He didn't lose the fight, right? He didn't lose it. He didn't lose it at all.
You said Johnny Walker would win, dude. No.
Oh, but I predicted he wouldn't lose, correct? Vice versa there.
I guess.
That's the most shameless,
y'all.
That's the most shameless interpretation I've ever seen, Clark.
No, that's correct. It's correct. It's correct.
I guess
First
so.
of all, it's Uncle Lia's fault that even happened.
It was his fault for sure. That was clearly a bad foul. It was a bad foul.
And also, let's not act like this was not a competitive fight.
But Clark, no one's saying it wasn't. No one's saying it wasn't.
It just wasn't getting going. Like I never said that like Johnny Walker trash. I said that he's either gonna get Russell fucked. I said he's either gonna get Russell fucked. I said he can win a round. I didn't say he was gonna get round. I said he was gonna get knocked out or Russell fucked and lose at least 2 rounds off wrestling. And he was losing that round off wrestling, was he not?
He was losing that round. I'm not.
And he got stung off like a jab, right? So like.
Yes, but okay, wait.
Hold on, wait, no, you wait. That leads me to believe that like if he would have kept eating those jabs or punches, he still would have went down. So either way it goes, like he was losing the fight on both, you know.
Yeah. Okay,
a mistimed knee saved his life.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, X has described a 2-second stun, which every fighter experiences in a fight when they get hit by a hard punch. Come on.
He did the check.
Guys.
Wait, but you said his chin was paper thin. Good, clearly a little more than paper.
Clark. Guys, we saw literally like 2 minutes of the fight. Like we did not see enough for anyone to. Guys, like we did not see shit.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Ed. But we saw 3 minutes of the fight, right? But in those 3 minutes, he was taken down and held down, and he was
on his knee. By the way, it wasn't like a full on his ass.
Was he getting controlled or was he not with wrestling?
A little bit. Like
he was taken down and held down and stunned in those 3 minutes. What happens over 15? One or both of those things.
No, we didn't see the rest of the fight. We don't know what would have happened.
Is Johnny Walker not best in the first 5 minutes? Stop it.
Wait, what you ask?
Is he not best in the first 5 minutes, Johnny Walker? Stop it.
I wouldn't agree with that.
That's crazy.
Okay. Wait, what were you gonna say, Ed?
No, I was just gonna say like we should like. We can't really talk about this. Like nothing happened, man. They're gonna run it back, guys. We'll see in the future. Don't you guys worry. But let's talk about this stoppage.
Hey, all I have to say is like we see the strike numbers right there, correct? That he outlanded him.
I won.
Hey, that's all I gotta say. You guys
are sick.
Wait. But did I not say the leg kick strategy would come in? And he was using that early on, was he not?
Uncle Lamb checked the first one, I swear.
He did check the first one, but the next few, he kept coming with it, which was what I was saying. Like that would
took him down, like which is what I was saying. He was gonna take him down if he does start leg kicking.
He took him down for like what 30 seconds of the fight before an illegal knee. Oh my god. He was on his knee the whole time.
I'm with you, Ed. Let's keep it moving.
Let's talk about the stop.
Let's keep it moving.
Let's talk about the doctor. Let's talk about this fucking stoppage, man. We all saw what happened. He got kneed in the face. He stood up. The doctor went in there, called the fight after talking to him. I don't even know, man. I'm so salty this fight got ruined.
Yeah. Yo. Okay, so the doctor, for everyone that hasn't heard, Dana White has said supposedly the doctor was inexperienced. So that's That's one issue right away.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Second issue was apparently he asked Johnny, "Where are you?" That was the specific question he asked.
Yes.
Johnny supposedly said, "In the desert." Said in the desert, which is not a wrong response. Like, what are you supposed to say? Where are you? Like, what kind of question is that? Like I get what the doctor meant clearly, like just from a medical standpoint, but like clearly he was fine by giving a right answer. It
And could
was
we not get like a translator in there,
yeah,
bro,
it was
or
just
something?
no, they should. I don't know why that. Like, I feel like the UFC doesn't do that, or do they? Do they let translators in during doctor stoppages?
Why
I'm
would you
not
not, why
sure.
would you, why would you not if like a fighter does not speak English?
No, for sure, but there was no one in there.
No, there wasn't. There was no
Yeah.
translator. It just doesn't make sense to me, bro. These doctors are trying to play hero and shit. Like,
No, yeah, it was just a mistake by a dude who's clearly inexperienced and like clearly didn't understand what Johnny Walker was just meaning by his comment. But like from that answer, he was very aware. Like he is correct. It wasn't the answer the doctor was looking for, but he is in the desert. From where are you?
Hey, let me talk to you about like what me and Clark were talking about. I was telling him like I think that what happens with a lot of these fights is the fact that like and you can tell me if you guys disagree or agree, but I think that fighters kind of like play up these little like fouls to try to get the point deduction. You know what I mean? Like they'll act like, "Oh, this is really fucking me up," like waiting for the point to get deducted. And sometimes, like when the fight is called off instead of the point deduction, then they go, "Oh no, like it's fine, like I'm okay, like let's fight." But then if you're really okay, let's fight. Then I need to see you adamantly saying that. You get me? Because Johnny Walker wasn't trying to fight and wasn't trying to go at Ankalaev and push the people away until after the fight was called off. You know what I'm saying?
that's cool. That's true. That's
if
No,
you really if you really want to fight and you're not just like fishing for the fucking point deduction, like the moment they come in there, just be like, nah, I'm good. Just give me a second and let's go. You feel me? Like,
yeah. No,
no,
I get what you're saying. I just think it comes down to, bro, like the doctor and Johnny Walker's English. Like they couldn't communicate properly.
it
But
was
I
a
do get what you're
language
saying.
barrier. It was a hella language barrier.
Yeah.
That was the big issue. And then like I'm not gonna say Johnny Walker wasn't dazed and confused probably for like 2 seconds and maybe
a
just
little bit, maybe.
yeah, maybe, but like it also shows his chin isn't paper thin because he took that knee.
Because it hit the chest first. It hit the chest and kind of just, raised him up. Like,
Start. All right, guys. So let's go to the co-main event, man. This fight was a little weird. It wasn't. It didn't really play out the way I expected it to. The scorecards were not really controversial, I don't think, but there was some talk about it online. Usman looked a lot better than I thought he would. Apparently Hamza broke his hand in the first round. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but overall, it was a good fight. It just wasn't as like violent as I thought it was going to be.
yeah. I think that Usman definitely looked a little gun shy, which you could attribute that to like, taking recent losses. And I think after the fight, he even said like, after losing so much type shit, he's feeling like he needs to trust himself a little more in there, and that's a fair criticism. I thought that Usman could have done a little more damage on Hamza had he like pushed the envelope a little more in rounds 2 and 3 when I think that
Definitely.
he was getting the better of the exchanges on the feet for sure. Overall, super impressed with Usman. Uh, I wasn't sure how much of championship Usman was left, but he still has a lot left in the tank from what I saw. Um, one damn near won 2 rounds off of like the up and coming boogeyman. So you know, on like 10 days notice or less. So you know what I mean. Like hats off to him. He did his fucking thing. Hamza looked great in the first round, but again the cardio started to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's just like an aggression thing or what, but Usman was shucking off those takedowns in the later rounds real easy. So I think he's got to work on his cardio, and I don't know if he can. From what I'm seeing, 5 rounds, I think that Usman would have won this fight pretty handily. from how it was going, from the trajectory it was going on. So Hamza's got to get in the cardio lab a little bit. You know what I mean? Which is not something you have to often say about these Dagestani guys, but I feel like it played out in a way that where no one looks bad. You know, Chimaev gets his win, had a dominant round, dominated the grappling, so he doesn't lose any stock off this. And Usman raises his stock back up, even though he went down in the pound for pound rankings. But you know, I think people I feel like the general consensus after the fight was like people praising Usman for how good he did, type shit.
Yeah. I don't think Hamza lost any stock, but I think a lot of middleweight fighters are not nearly as scared of him as they were before. Because, like, listen, I'm going to sound like a Hamza hater here, but, like, Usman is a welterweight. Hamza seems like, so far what we've seen, like, one of those guys where, like, kind of like what people would say about McGregor back in the day. Like, he's really scary the first, like, round and a half or 2 rounds. But then if you survive that, you can do some work to the guy. And I think that's right now the type of guy Hamzat is, but he's really dangerous in the first round.
Hey, as long as it's in these 3 rounders, like it's not really a problem, right? But when you step up and start talking about 5 rounders, and not 5 rounders that you just like maul Kevin Holland in type shit, like you know what I mean, like actual just normal 5 rounders, like you're getting around 4 and 5, and I want to see what he's got left, honestly.
Because yeah, Usman would have won that. Listen, wait, do you guys believe Hamzat had a broken hand? Is that confirmed or whatever?
Yeah, Dana confirmed it.
Okay.
Or not broken. Well, you didn't say broken.
I heard he broke his hand in the first.
Yeah. Dana said they're checking on his hand. They're not sure.
So I would like more info on that because that does mean something, obviously, if he has a broken fucking hand. But
there's clearly something wrong with his hand, yeah. Here's what
yeah, man. Go ahead, Clark.
What I'll say about the fight. This is what I'll say. Sean Strickland ain't lasted 1 round in that fight.
You're crazy, bro.
It doesn't matter about the later rounds, by the way. Bro, Sean Strickland surviving on the ground in that fight off the first. You said yourself he's the most dangerous in the first round, correct?
Yeah,
that's Sean Strickland surviving on the ground in that fight, like 1 round.
I think he can. Yeah, I think he could survive.
I think he could.
Oh no!
And dude, you think
you're giving Sean Strickland way too much props for a ground game? Stop it. Takedown defense, maybe I'll give you that, but on his back, y'all think he's gonna have good work to survive a round? No.
Well, how do we know he's just gonna get taken?
Because think about it like this: how many times was Usman like in a submission? Not really. He threatened.
There was a few. It says 1, but there was a few.
I'm saying it was a couple choke attempts, you know what I mean? But like he was never like cinched in and like, you know what I mean? Like it was never like he was in danger of tapping type shit. He wasn't gritting through any like submission attempts, at least. He just kind of controlled them all around. He just kind of controlled them all around.
Do you think Hamza beats Strickland?
Probably.
Ed?
I would think. I don't know. I don't know, bro. In a 5-round fight, I don't know.
I mean, I can see Strickland winning that biz though. Realistically,
bro, I know you keep saying he just beat Izzy.
You're telling me
Izzy.
Bro, you're telling me Whitaker would beat him in a fight, and you're saying DDP and Hamza would just lose that fight. Like, what is that? Like, what actually is that, Ed?
Wait, what'd you say?
No. Okay, you have told me you said Whitaker would beat Sean Strickland in a fight.
Yeah.
And you're now telling me Hamzat nor DDP gonna beat him in a fight?
Well, wait. First of all, I didn't say they can't. I said I would pick Strickland, and I would pick Whitaker to beat Hamzat also. Like,
okay, but I'm just saying, like, we had DDP who just knocked this man out cold, and you're saying Hamza, who's like an elite wrestler, not the greatest cardio, but I'm just saying an elite wrestler, for just getting on top of him in the first round. You don't think he could take him out? Or just DDP being the actual better fighter overall?
Whoa, let's stick to Hamza. Let's stick to Hamza versus Strickland here, bro. What if he doesn't get the back or get on top of him in the first round? It's a 5-round fight. What then?
No, what then? I don't know what then, but no, I'm telling you, he's just gonna finish him in the first. That's
Bro,
it.
Strickland, I'm pretty sure Strickland
What
has
I'm
a
saying,
very
look,
high takedown defense.
what I'm
No, he
saying
does,
is,
but it's Hamza Shamaev, Ed. Like
look,
Usman's never gotten taken down like that though. Correct?
Who's really threatened Strickland on the ground?
But who's threatened Usman on the ground? This is one of the best wrestlers of all time. And we're
Clark,
just like, we're not gonna just ignore that he didn't get taken down 3 times or 4 times throughout the fight.
Clark, all we're saying is this: if he gets out the first round, like that jab is gonna be in Hamzat's face for 5 fucking hard rounds.
And it's not a guarantee that Hamza is gonna destroy everyone in the first round.
No, of course not. I'm saying Strickland. He's gonna destroy Strickland in the first round.
I don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
DDP in the first round, but he'll destroy Strickland in the first round. That's all I'm saying.
Like, you don't want to give this man any credit, and I don't understand why.
Bro, because he won the title fight off a simple jab and cross. And you're telling me Izzy got beat by a jab and a cross? Come on now. Like,
he did? I don't know what to tell you. He did.
He did, but he was off. We all know he was off. Let's not act like
he was off. He was off.
Exactly. We're not just gonna sit here and say Strickland would beat him fucking even twice out of 100 times.
Strickland also spars with
stop it, Clark. Stop it.
Strickland spars with 3 people at a time type shit. I feel like he can last a round against Hamza. That's all I'm saying. And once he lasts like a round or 2, I'm curious. I'm curious to see because I think that on the feet, Strickland probably the little 1-2 does have the advantage over Hamza striking, especially when he's gassed.
That's literally all Usman has is a 1-2, and Strickland has a much better 1-2.
Hey, we don't know how Hamza trains for 3-round fights compared to 5. He's never had a 5-round fight.
I don't think
maybe his cardio gets better if he trains for a 5-round fight. We don't know that. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen in the fight itself. It's gonna be a quick takedown and a quick finish. That's all we gotta say.
I just don't see it happening, bro. I think Dricus is a huge problem for Hamzat. I think stylistically he's a really bad matchup for Hamzat. Not really bad, but a bad matchup for Hamzat.
You mean Sean? Or are you
No, I'm talking about
he's talking about Duplessis.
I'm talking about Dricus.
Oh, okay, wait. So he's not beating Sean Strickland, but he can create problems for Hamzat. Is that what we're doing now?
Dude, I didn't.
You did say that, Ed. You have said
Styles make fights, Clark. Styles make fights. Okay, stop trying to.
No, listen. All right, let me make myself clear. I'm picking Strickland to beat Dricus. Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
I am.
And that's ridiculous based on what you just said. Stop it.
Dude.
This Sean Strickland glazing has to stop.
Dude, you're hating.
If he loses this next title fight, we could just forget about it. He could go back to fighting number 4 and 5. It's about to happen, y'all. Like, y'all actually can't believe Sean Strickland is gonna hang on to this belt for more than 2 years. He ain't hanging on to that for 2 years. There's no way you actually believe that. There's no way.
No, I don't think. No. I don't think he's gonna have like a really long reign. No.
But could he beat certain people? Yes.
Yeah, you're acting like it's impossible.
The best people. These are the best people right now. Like, if he can beat them, then sure. Like, he's gonna be champ forever. Clearly, if he beats these 2 people, like, these are the best people.
Unpopular opinion: Dricus Duplessis, like, he stunned Whitaker, but he would still probably lose a rematch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He whooped him down in the first, took him down, just was whooping him. But I
just don't.
Opinion,
Clark, I feel like you just don't think Strickland can beat these guys, and I think that's just crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't believe he could beat them.
He has hands, and he has good takedown defense, and he has cardio. He has 5-round cardio. That's more.
He has good cardio.
That's more than 99% of the roster, Clark. Is it not?
It's good cardio. Like, that's fine and all. But guess what? Didn't Pahea take him out with 1 shot with a left hook? So
but that's fair.
His chin is questionable. Let's not act like it's this perfect chin. Izzy didn't have that chin. Izzy didn't touch that chin. What are we talking about?
Dude, that Pereira left hook that hit Strickland is knocking anyone in the UFC out, bro. That's
I mean,
flatlining
that's what
Hamzat.
you say. That's what you say. We don't know.
That's so
That's
crazy.
flatlining Hamzat,
Would that have
Usman,
knocked Izzy
Dricus.
I
out?
agree.
Would that
I
have
agree.
knocked Izzy
I
out?
agree. I agree with that, Ed.
He didn't land like that
Would
on
that have
Izzy. He
knocked
didn't land
Izzy
like
out, X? Would that have knocked Izzy out, that left hook? If we got a clean shot on him?
Damn near. Damn
Just
near.
clean fold over the way it did.
All right, I'm curious. Let me go to the middleweight divisions. I'm just gonna go down some names. Tell me when you think Strickland starts beating these guys versus Izzy again, rematch.
For Strickland, L,
Dricus,
L,
Yes.
Whitaker,
L,
It's possible.
Cannoneer.
L. He
Yes.
already
He beat him.
Did
He
we
beat him.
him.
Did
He
he
beat him. Ed,
Ed,
we both saw
beat him
the
like
beat
8
him.
months ago? He beat him 8 months. Well, in the decision, Cannonier beat him 8 months ago, and we forget about that. That Cannonier just beat him 8 months ago. Like, we're like, and now he's gonna beat Duplessis and fucking Cobbs. Oh, come on, y'all.
He has a chance, bro.
Okay, Vittori. That'd be interesting.
Strickland, the ultimate dark horse.
Fight.
Strickland, the ultimate dark horse, Clark. Like,
no, he is like
he's one of those guys that he could beat anybody, but you wouldn't favor him to type shit.
Okay, no, I get what you're all saying. It's just in my mind there is
How many fighters gas out? A lot of them at some point, and I know that for a fact that Sean Strickland can push a hard 5. How many people can?
Also,
I
Clark.
Duplessis could push a hard 5.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We don't, but like he hasn't had a 5-round fight. We don't know, but I think he could.
But we know Strickland can
seen.
for a fact. We know Strickland can for a fact.
What are you saying?
Also,
what do you guys
also, I'm not gonna lie to Clark. I wouldn't be saying all this shit about Strickland if I didn't just see him 5-0 Izzy. I know it was an off night for Izzy, bro. But like, what's up?
4-1, but
yeah, 4-1.
Oh, his ass.
No, yeah, that's fine. 4-1. But like, I know it was an off night for Izzy or whatever. You might pick Izzy in the rematch, but I can't just look over that performance, bro. I just can't. I was very impressed.
I can because basically, like, you might have been impressed, but I just like not a lot happened in the fight itself. Like it was the knockdown in the first round, and then nothing happened the rest of the fight. It was a few jabs.
I mean, pressured him and jabbed him though. Like,
it was decent work, but it wasn't like impressive. Like
that was more on Izzy in my opinion. Izzy just wasn't. He was. They solved him.
We're not just gonna say a few jabs and like somewhat like pressure, not even a lot of pressure, was like impressive. Come on now.
But Izzy was against Izzy
all day, like better than but Izzy's better than that all day. Like, you can't tell me he's not. Like,
he wasn't though. That's the thing though. He wasn't on that night.
Yes.
Yeah, one night. We're taking one night away.
But that one night is reality. That's what I'm trying to say. It did happen. These other things haven't.
Y'all sounding like you believe Strickland more than Oliveira in a fight, which is crazy to me. Like,
what do you mean?
What
do you mean?
Just from a comparison, like, y'all won't say Oliveira could beat all these people below, but y'all acting like Strickland can.
I never said that.
Oh, stop! This is what we're at.
For lightweight?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm the one who shits on Charles, so I'll step up to the plate here. What I am saying is this: the same way you think that Charles has a chance to beat everybody, but he has a chance to lose to everybody, it's kind of how Strickland. Like,
okay, that's a good way to put it. Perfect way to put it.
It's like okay. Think about it like this: if Charles got slumped, if Charles got slumped by Michael Chandler, would you be surprised? No.
No, but I'm saying Sean Strickland doesn't have the same technique or power.
If he got slumped by Poirier, would you be like? Would it be like, this is so crazy? No, we've seen
no,
time, right? No. But he wins, right? That's the same way I go. Okay, like if Drake is, beat Strickland, would I be surprised? No, but if Strickland won, would I be surprised? No, that's all I'm saying. Like,
no, I would be because it's
could be
different
any of them.
skills. But it's different skills. Like, Oliveira literally has a knee, has a punch, has an elbow. He has head kick, leg kick. He has literally all the skills. What does Sean Strickland have? Like,
I'm on a 1-2, baby.
Okay,
it's been more. You got the man dance.
Actually, Oliveira also. Does Oliveira not have cardio as well?
Philly
Huh?
Chef. He has a
Does
Philly Chef.
Oliveira not have cardio as well?
No, he does.
Yeah, exactly. So like Strickland literally the difference between them, he doesn't have any knees, doesn't have any leg kicks, doesn't have any high kicks. I mean, like he is lacking every skill to
He has a
win the
team.
fight
He has a
below.
good
But
team.
he's still winning. But he's
He
still
has a good
winning. I
team.
don't see who
He
cares if he
lost
doesn't
to
have that.
Cannonier 8 months ago,
Dude,
y'all.
that was a bullshit split decision.
It wasn't, bro. He lost that fight. He lost that fight. He
Strickland
did
won that
not
fight.
do
I don't
enough
care.
to win. He was pumping out a jab the whole time and lost because he was pumping out a jab the whole time. Because he doesn't have enough in the toolbox. He doesn't have enough in the toolbox.
I took Cannonier to win that and won my bet and was still like,
Yeah.
ooh. It was one of those we got away with one, boys. Like it was a
We
heist day.
didn't. We didn't. He didn't have enough in the toolbox to win that damn fight. Like that's how weak Sean Strickland is. He doesn't have enough in the toolbox. That's literally what I was saying about Martinez versus Yanez. Yanez did not have enough in the toolbox to beat Martinez in a stand-up fight. And that's how I feel about Strickland every time he's out there.
But
He
he
does,
wins pretty much every time.
he does not basically win every time, bro. What are you acting like he has this 10-fight win streak going on? Like he does
Look
not.
at his record.
Look his record. He wins more than he loses. That's for damn sure.
He lost to Pereira and Cannonier, and before that, he like
Yeah, that little 2-fight losing streak is a real 10-fight win streak there. Yeah, Cannonier and
And to me, he beat Cannonier, so like that's a fucking win in my book.
he didn't win that fight, bro.
or even if he didn't, bro, it was a split decision. It's like
I'll give him the Imavov dub.
Right
That
there, if
was
anything, he's right
decent.
there, if anything. Like,
I'll give him the Imavov dub. That was pretty decent, but yeah, whatever. The rest of those don't mean shit.
I just feel like you think Sean Strickland is a garbage, and I just don't. I can't
No,
get
no,
behind this.
no. Like, I don't think he's garbage. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't have enough in the toolbox. Like, whole time, he does not have enough in the toolbox to beat someone like DDP, to beat someone like Hamza. The top guys, I think he could beat, like.
but he just beat Izzy. Is he not the toppest guy?
It's just not adding. It's just
Is he not the middleweight GOAT? He just beat like handily over 5 rounds.
Bro, put him.
Outstruck the best striker in UFC history. Did he?
I'm
Not
saying he got him on a bad day, and that's fine. Like
I think Pereira burst him.
you beat a man on the bad day. Like congratulations. Like you beat him with a jab on a bad day for one of the best fighters ever. Like I mean, congratulations. But I mean, you can't tell me this man has more skills than like most of these dudes. And cardio is just gonna outbeat that. It's not. It's not.
Cardio goes far. I will say that. Damn near.
For people like Cuppington who actually has wrestling and like can do more, that's why I'm saying he doesn't have enough in the toolbox. Like he doesn't.
These guys.
We're not gonna agree on this, so we should just go and like talk about the main event. But like, all I'm saying is cardio and good takedown defense and decent striking is enough to win against 90% of the roster. I will tell you that right now.
Yeah.
He loses to Imavov in a rematch as well.
No chance.
As well, yeah.
Imavov has no fucking grit.
He
Couldn't make it around
Chris Curtis. He beat his ass up.
Whatever.
He beat Chris Curtis's ass up.
Talk about Chris Curtis. That's how I know. That's how I know you're right.
That was his teammate. I mean, it's his teammates who he's training with. So I mean, he's gonna beat him up. Like, like what else is he working with there?
Let's talk about the main event. God damn.
Okay.
Bro. I was very correct in that.
You were not.
Very correct. Not much to say here, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, my biggest thing with this, bro, Volk should not have taken this fucking fight. He did go into detail about how apparently it was very mentally hard for him not to have a fight book, not to be training. And I think that's something that like athletes deal with a lot. Like when you're not competing, you know, like what do? You kind of just get lost. I'm not an athlete, so I wouldn't know, but that's what it sounded like he was saying. It was just he bit off more than he could chew, bro. It was a risk he probably shouldn't have taken, but hey man. He went for it, and he got head kicked by fucking Islam. It was bullshit, bro.
I will say this. The way that the fight went, his cardio never became a factor. Not training enough for the wrestling didn't become a factor. It's not like he's unfamiliar because he's trained for him before. So the way that like the head kick would have probably happened in a fully trained like situation as well. That's the one thing I will say. It's different if like it happened because Volk was gassing out because he's not in the shape he should be in or something like that. But the way that the fight ended, it's like you can't really like they're both fresh and Islam kind of took him out. You know what I mean? Like could happen on any night type shit. So I feel like that does give Islam a little more credibility in terms of like it kind of to me a little bit negates the short notice nature of the fight a little bit, just how quick he ended it. I didn't
It's a
think
good
anyone
point.
finished Volt that fucking fast, if anything. So like I was really impressed. Great kick. Uh Volk being a little shorter definitely came back to bite him here a little bit. Uh which surprisingly he normally makes his height work for him type shit. But here was the disadvantage. I feel like in terms of stopping takedowns and shit, it's an advantage to have like such a low center of gravity. Kind of like that kind of on paper makes him a pretty bad matchup for Islam, just in that, you know, hindsight 2020 after the first fight. But hey, Islam said fuck the grappling and just sent him to the shadow realm, you know what I mean? Like so
Yeah.
hats off to him. Islam, rightful pound for pound #1 now.
But he's two. Still.
I mean, they're gonna fucking move him. They got to, right?
No,
They,
I think they already did. I
they
think
didn't
John is
move.
still one.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did.
okay, fine. Just John, like fuck.
But yeah, he is two. He's officially two.
I mean, I don't even count John really just in terms of like to me, John is like already here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fair. That was by far Islam's best win, though.
I would say
Or,
that.
or the Oliveira one of
But the
those two.
draws one,
To
yeah. Either
win the
way,
belt.
Yeah,
but I
I mean,
mean,
yeah, it's whatever.
finishing two goats of his era, like that. That's pretty special. So, I think Islam. I mean, unpopular opinion, popular opinion. I don't know, but like, I feel like he has the potential to surpass Habib, and I feel like
I was gonna
he's.
say he's already better than Khabib.
I mean, no,
No, he's not.
no,
Maybe.
but like if he goes up and wins the welterweight title or like, has like three more defenses, how can we not like make that argument? You know what I mean? I will already make the argument he's more well rounded than Habib.
He's
So
close, bro. He's already close.
he's
He's
right
more
there.
well-rounded.
He's right there. Like
But yeah. So not much to talk about the fight, but like let's talk about what's next for each of these guys. Oliveira is obviously next for Islam, right?
Dana's confirmed that.
I feel like you have to. Like I heard Michael Chandler calling him out and shit. Like Gaethje.
By the way, for you two who were saying this was going to be a better fight than him and Oliveira too, well, you were wrong.
That's true. I'll take that.
Just saying, he got knocked out quick. He got knocked out quick. That's all it is.
I mean, based off the first Oliveira fight and the first Volk fight, I assume the Volk fight would be better. But you were right. You're right.
he caught him. He caught him.
That's just some bullshit, bro. He caught him with a head kick. Like,
No, it was a good setup head kick.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool when it's cool when fucking Leon does it, but when he does it, it's fluky.
yeah, but Leon's like a kickboxer. Islam's a fucking Dagestan wrestler, bro. Why are they throwing head kicks? It's not fair. It's not fair.
He's well rounded. Fuck you.
I guess so, bro. These Dagestans are pissing me off.
Would have reached Oliveira's head with that shit. Get an advantage with a shorter opponent. He did. Like, that's just what it was. He could land that head kick way easier with a shorter opponent. There's no doubt.
The only other, like, obviously it's Oliveira, but I think the second guy would be Gaethje.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll be fine with him and Oliveira fighting him and Gaethje. I'd be cool with that. Oliveira could just whoop his ass again and get that title shot. That'd be fine by me.
I would rather see Gaethje fight Islam and just like just on some fresh matchup shit. Because I think that like say what you want, but like for Islam, like he's trying to build his champ resume and he keeps having to run these rematches back. So it's not letting him build like all the names that he needs to be stacking. You know what I mean? I will say that. He keeps having to run it back with these two fucking guys. And you know what I mean? That's not I kind of want to see him fight like the other cream of the crop at lightweight.
Yeah. And I think for Volk, obviously Taipor is next.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, easy.
All right, though. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We will keep you guys posted on the TikTok and shorts. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll catch y'all.
Peace.